Good morning. I am meteorologist Steve Krasnowski with your weather briefing storm scoop update. It is Labor Day, Monday, September 7th, 2020. And we're going to talk about some tropics because that's the main story, and some snow. And it's not really a question mark, it's snow. So let's jump in. So let's start with the tropics. We have a bunch of storms. This one has actually gone away as of this morning. But we have a bunch of disturbances. The Caribbean one, like I said, is no longer a threat. 0%. That came off the map. Still looking at the southern Bermuda system, around 30% chance. We'll talk about the Carolina coast in a few minutes. This 192 is virtually certain to become a tropical depression and tropical storm, and 93 is very likely to develop as well. It's about 90% as well. So, again, really warm waters, very little dust to inhibit growth. So the one near southern Bermuda, it doesn't have a lot of time over water because it moves into North Carolina on Wednesday. Regardless of its development, it will bring some rain. If it develops, that rain might be a little breezier. But right now, I don't think that system's poised to do much more than that. So this is Wednesday afternoon. It gives you just an idea of what's going on in the Mid-Atlantic. And let's look at a few more things. So this, again, is the simulated infrared satellite. This would be some center of circulation. It's not very much of anything, so I'm not expecting too much. It's got a decently supportive tropical cyclone development chance to develop. Sea surface temperatures are around 30 degrees Celsius. Mid-level moisture is passable, and there's pretty low shear if you look at the wind bars. So if convection can persist and relocate over the lower level center, development of a tropical depression or a tropical storm is possible. So we'll see. But again, it doesn't have a lot of time in the water to get its act together. So let's go from there. So it doesn't really matter for any land masses, but the upper level low south of the Azores may be one to watch for potential tropical or subtropical transition as it retrogrades southwest. It's already producing fairly healthy convection this morning. For this transition to occur, a system needs to produce so much latent heat via convection that it becomes warm core rather than cold core locked. It's possible, but usually takes several days of persistent thunderstorms, and I don't know if we're going to have that, so we'll move on from there. And this is just a model guidance. It's showing a brief run at symmetric warm core or tropical status over the next few days of that system, but it's probably around 20 or 30%, nothing too crazy. Shifting gears, this is so we've had some record-breaking temperatures in Wyoming, Colorado. Colorado was about 100 degrees yesterday, or close to. This is the 800 millibar anomalies, so some areas can be seeing 20 degrees below normal. It's going to be crazy, so we're expecting some snow. Let's look at some of the warnings. We have watches right now in Denver, Castle Rock, the Front Range, all around the Front Range, northwest and just north and east even. You have a winter storm warning. That includes Fort Morgan, Fort Collins. You'll probably see Colorado Springs get into the action as well as diesel turnover as well. What's interesting is, and so the grounds are very warm, obviously, right now, and you can get some accumulation. Obviously, it needs to fall at the right time. It has to be really, really heavy, and then there's some omega ratios to take into account, and so don't be surprised if you wake up with something white on the ground. It may not all melt away. Something else I wanted to show. So there's also fires going on in Colorado. This is a picture one of my friends sent me. You could actually see the ash coming from the sky. So really, these are the warnings now through Tuesday. You have fire warnings. especially in the mountains, Eagle, Edwards, Aspen, even into Steamboat. You have freeze warnings in the upper Four Corner area of Colorado, so Meeker. And as you come down south, like I said, the Fort Collins, Boulder, Denver, all the way down to Springs, Pueblo, and this will bleed over into Wyoming, but right now we're focusing on Colorado. Those are your snow warnings, and then some more fires as we head out east. So there's a lot going on. It's pretty crazy. One last thing I wanted to just throw in there. We have some autumn trends that I want to look at. Some issues. This is a climate change. We're basically looking at fire days, extreme fire days since the 1980s. I think it's 1981. And basically you can see the changes in temperature, the increase in temperature, the decrease in precipitation, and the increase in fire weather. So we often talk about fire here, and actually California still has some opportunities to pick. They have some wildfires going on right now, and conditions will be ripe for it to spread, unfortunately. So we need to keep an eye on that, and that might be something we talk about tomorrow. Anyway, my time is running short. We're supposed to scoop up the weather. So I am done for today, and we will see you tomorrow for a new Storm Scoop. Have a good one.